Pod leader.
Working models who are working.
Captions crunch.
Pod leader.
Conspiracy theory. Top model math.
Pod leader.
That's not very Elgar.
Tall. Too small.
So nice to wear.
I guess.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. My name is JW Crump, and we're all kind of thinking, men?
I'm Alexander Price, and you will do what I say. So walk. Now, you will open my show.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and let's eat! The turkey's sitting out!
I would like to point out, before we even move on, both of those quotes that you guys did were the ones I was like, well, I could do that one. Nor I could do that one. Something about seeing your faces.
Chock full. Love it. And this is Cycle 12, Episode 6, Acting Like a Model.
Ugh. So
not
generic.
Not their worst, not their best. My title, The Girl Who Earns a Head Bob from Alyssa.
Whoa.
You got a head bob from Alyssa.
Not a word out of her mouth, but a head bob.
And if you'd like to give us a head bob, you can go to anchor.fm/podleadem, where you can support us just like Giovanna.
Oh, so good. Thank you so much, Giovanna. And again, that's anchor.fm/podleadem. And Alexander puts it right there in those show notes for you. To clickable.
Easy clickable. Beautiful.
Oh, so we should say,
If you can't tell.
because I feel like we're already so much more giggly. And
Like,
why
don't
is
know where
that? Why is that? Because we're happy. And we're happy for two reasons. One, we're in person. Yay! And also because after this episode, we are recording our 2-part bonus episode all about Smize Cream.
Get goddamn ready.
We're all just gonna disappear afterwards.
I was listening to like old episodes randomly, and there was a mention of this in like our Cycle 7 review.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
When my son was just a gleam in his father's eye.
When he was your first Smize surprise, truly. Oh, man. So this one starts with something that is one of the funniest little...
Wait. Do you want dispatches from previously?
That's right. Oh, no.
Previously on...
So the show is fully back on Celia's side.
Oh.
Because
That
even
didn't take
though...
long.
I know. Even though we start with a non-sepia tone flashback of Celia's take on judging, as they referred to it last time. This time Tyra says that Courtney's elimination left the house divided. Which is not what happened.
I mean, it literally divided the house. I'm pretty sure at one point, some people got the top 2 floors and the other people got the bottom 2 floors.
But that all just makes it sound like Courtney was this controversial figure in the house.
We know she was just fun. Though unnamed, Beth Stern did make the previously cut giggling with Mr. J.
Weird.
And Sandra's repetitive posing got her sent home. That's how this was phrased.
Wait, sent home, not eliminated.
No, we're back to sent home now. Yeah.
Wait, so who was the one who was eliminated?
Two were eliminated.
Courtney was eliminated.
Poor Courtney.
And Nyjah.
And Nyjah. Poor Nyjah.
Poor Nyjah, the friendliest combo. So friendly, so funny.
Maybe Nyjah and Courtney didn't go home. Maybe Courtney and Nyjah went to dinner together. Was like, let's talk.
Yeah.
I like that friendship. So we start with a good old, if it's not on the staircase, they're in this railroad style kitchen. They're in this long rectangular kitchen. I really hope we have a CoverGirl commercial soon. Allison, I really hope we don't.
London, we won't.
Why? Why would you love that?
London's memorized the order of the show.
London's going, well, we won't have an acting commercial because that's something I'm good at. And we can't do anything I'm good at.
No. Also, in the grand tradition of Top Model, so many eggs.
Yes, but clean. Surfaces, clean.
Cooked in a pan with an appropriate cooking tool.
Well, as we'll see, this house loves to clean, except for one person. There are also so many notes and face drawings taped on the wall of the kitchen, which I assume is a lot of people's like goodbye notes, like the one Nyjah left that begged them to clean the kitchen. Maybe it's the reminder.
Maybe.
That's why it's so clean now.
we know who Celia's hero is, and that's Amy Sedaris in Strangers with Candy, because
Oh my
the
gosh.
faces she is pulling.
It made me realize that Celia is probably really fun when you're not competing against her for something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
She is someone who just as soon as the competitive instinct kicks in, like I wouldn't want to play a board game against Celia.
No.
I don't think, no. I do think it's really fun and very accurate when Celia calls out Allison for never really smiling, and Allison's like, no, I love to laugh. And she's like, yeah, but you always cover your mouth. And we have seen that over and over and over again.
Well, this made me question if Allison knew the difference between a face and a body, because she describes her problem as not giving enough variety in her posing, which I don't think has really been the problem.
No, it's your face.
Yeah.
Just like Sandra's problem was her repetitive posing, so is Allison. Will we have confirmation? It's clearly Thanksgiving.
Yup.
I can't believe they just didn't say it. We used every synonym for this possible. Feast, gathering.
Everybody's in their cute clothes.
It's as though
There's a giant pumpkin pie.
Yeah, with the tiniest sliver.
sliver. It was someone put a fork in it
Dragged.
and dragged it.
Oh my.
But also that turkey looked like it had been picked over with hands. Who carved that turkey? Who
It's
let
because
them?
They were using a wooden fork.
Yeah, they were trying to do like a
Salad
pulled pork
utensils.
situation. But yeah, it's so clearly Thanksgiving, and it's as if we don't have the rights to the word
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm assuming, you know how you see sometimes this in reverse on Top Chef, where Padma will walk into the kitchen and be like, clearly it's Christmas when they're filming in July.
Yeah.
I figure this was airing in July, and they didn't want to be like, well, right now it's November.
Despite the fact that there's never been a house that's had more jackets on in their life. Oh, by the way, I'm going to say this now so none of us have the ability to forget, but there's a reunion for this cycle on the Tyra show.
Well, we have to watch
And
it.
here's
It's
why.
terrible.
Here's why I remember, because they make them all wear bikinis for it.
Is this just to fuck over London?
Well, I think it's also just because they were like, we never saw you in bikinis because it was the middle of winter.
London made up a prayer song.
Because she's never prayed before, because she's not a street
Never.
preacher.
This is her first grace. London's first grace.
Do you want to do it, Hannah? Do you have it written down?
I have the words written down. I do not remember the melody.
She didn't. She made it up.
I
So
was
you can
about
make
to
it up right now.
say any melody you want.
I actually came up with something elaborate. Thank you, God, for good food. Thank you, God. Amen.
Thank you, God, for good food. Thank you, God. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
It was just so funny because also when you know it's Thanksgiving grace, they were probably all like, London, do you want to say grace? She's just like, barnacles.
Yes, I've committed to this bit.
And then Natalie makes the whole situation worse.
First of all, we get full visual confirmation that Natalie is a working model who is working because she has clothing item made of denim that should not be made of denim,
Yes.
which is a tiny vest.
They love a tiny vest this season.
They do.
Vest girls.
But Natalie goes into the living room like the uncle who's done at Thanksgiving.
Natalie was the one that ate that pumpkin pie thing, and
She-
it was too much.
one too much. And everyone else is like completely scrubbing down cleaning. And I love Tiana's. I'm not your maid. I'm not Alice from the Brady Bunch.
Sweetie.
What a great reference. What a great reference.
One of our all-time great maids.
Mm-hmm.
And so much more, but
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Alice, yes.
Absolutely. Confidant. Family member, I would say.
This was also where I realized that Amina in Talking Heads versus Amina in the moment, so different.
Amina in the moment is bored
I think so.
Yes.
and needs to amuse herself.
Mm-hmm.
And her way of amusing herself is just to rile herself up, rile others up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, has Natalie ever told a joke before? No.
Clearly not.
Was this the best time for her to try her first joke ever? Absolutely not. I do think it was kind of quote unquote clear that she was kidding, but it was also like a mean-spirited thing
She's
to do.
kidding, but she's also like a stack of microaggressions in the form of a beautiful
Of a
young
person.
woman.
She's from Palos Verdes.
Verdes.
She's rich, okay?
She's a trench coat full of microaggressions trying
to casually walk
model.
through the house. I'm sorry, I live in a nice community and you don't.
Where did this come from, though?
It's what I said at the very fucking beginning.
It's true.
Anchor.fm/podlater. No, wait. But I mean, like, this... I get, like, where her terrible brain led her to this. But it feels like there was a chunk of conversation that she... Like, this was in her terrible response to something they had said, but she didn't even talk to them.
They could have been talking during Thanksgiving and, like, what they do during Thanksgiving.
Oh, I wonder.
Maybe.
That's an interesting thing. I love Faux doing everything to ignore this.
Faux
in her
reminded
hoodie.
me of me working behind the bar when a terrible regular was trying to talk to me, where you just nod a lot and wrap up your work as quickly as you can so you can leave and everyone forgets you were ever there.
Faux
Just
was
tie
like,
up that garbage, baby. Tie it up.
Faux was like, why did I volunteer for the last step of the cleaning process? I didn't know I'd get stuck with Natalie.
To be fair, they have to do cleaning in shifts because there's no room for anyone in that kitchen.
Because everything in this is a thin rectangle.
I was slightly shocked that we did not get a sepia tone flashback when Natalie claimed that she'd never been rude to anyone, though.
Oh, seriously? Are they saving it for the recap? The Natalie rude montage? Then Amina criticizes Natalie in a different way. She's boring. She doesn't do much.
My favorite part of this whole thing is Amina both standing and lounging on the stairs at the same time.
Ready to go.
Waiting for her entrance, like a soap opera villain of yore.
Mm-hmm.
Just lounging in and saying, "What can't I comprehend?" Ooh, it was gorgeous.
Delicious.
This is where the Grammarly subscription for the house really didn't help Natalie.
I also loved it's honestly almost no point in me talking to you about it. Almost no point, but
just enough.
There's one point, and that's for the cameras around us.
If I can give you the smallest amount of a point.
We go to the tire mail that says, tomorrow you will be molded into a fine piece of capital C clay. And then everyone guesses the dumbest stuff.
Naked.
Naked. We're going to be butt naked. I love butt naked. That was a phrase.
I'm sorry. If we are using Glammarly, you don't mold someone into clay.
Oh, you don't?
You just drove me crazy.
You can't anti-Pygmalion someone, Hannah?
It's the smallest fix. It's not a
It's a sequel to
difficult
Anti-Name.
sentence.
I love the idea of like a reverse Medusa that every time she looks at something that's stone, it just comes alive. Oh no, all these statues keep coming alive.
So we head to the Harlem Stage Theater, except we don't, because we
Is
head
this
to...
not what it is?
It is, but we head to the Gatehouse Theater.
I had a big question about this.
Yes.
And maybe we'll need to cut this out, because I'm going to ask a top model geography question.
Okay.
They show them going over a bridge to get to Harlem. They wouldn't need to go over a bridge, would they?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm glad. I'm glad that I haven't lost all of my New York City geographical sense.
Nope. They went up the park. Yeah, so they head to the Gatehouse Theater, which is the home theater of Harlem Stage Company.
They cooked up a lot of talking head backgrounds on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They really did. I will say, I really like Amina when she does one long single ponytail.
Oh, much better.
That really looks nice. She got what we wish Dion had stuck with,
Yes.
but was forced to lose.
Why is Paulina doing this teach?
She had a stern acting teacher cosplay outfit in her wardrobe that she really wanted to break out.
She literally later says she wasn't allowed to talk as a model.
I don't know.
Was she maybe just the contact for Clay Aiken?
Well, not according to her
Not
script.
according to Paulina.
That's also true. You know what? I have no idea. I do like her bang.
Why aren't that, like, if Clay Aiken is going to be there, why can't he just teach them?
Paulina undercuts it, though. Her own being there. When she goes, what does this have to do with modeling? Yeah, Paulina, what does this have to do with modeling?
You're not going to answer the question, Paulina? Oh, fair enough.
She also undercuts herself by referring to it as stage acting. You will now engage in stage acting with a partner.
Because you're on stage. You're on a stage. Acting is only defined as where you are.
Well, It turns out, in the grand top model tradition, acting is adjectives.
Mm-hmm.
Adjectives sometimes.
Well,
Once again, in a grand tradition of top model.
also, I'm going to say they have the least adjectives and adverbs they've ever had. It's like a list of 5 choices.
3.
I mean, all of them are well, the only ones that anyone try to do is threatening. You get threatening and pitifully, and that's the 2.
And bossily.
Bossily.
Bossily Rossily.
I love when Celia comes up, because Celia and Amina are first, and Celia brings her full purse with her. Like, doesn't set it down with the girls, doesn't trust them.
Doesn't trust them.
Doesn't trust them. And then what's going to happen, and this is kind of interesting in an improv warm-up scenario, where Paulina's going to give them a pretty basic sentence. You could say a couple of different ways. I would argue these are not created equal, but that's neither here nor there. And they each get a different, of the 2 girls in the pair, a different adjective. Most of them take it to mean yelling.
Yes,
Yes.
always.
And also, so much getting in the other person's face.
We needed to talk about that you can act with your voice without having to step up at a person.
Yeah.
Because everyone does it.
Unless you're being pitiful, which is just blinking.
They also don't
Blinking those tears.
They don't do this exercise correctly, because normally you would just say the same line back and forth.
Yeah, I
to
was
each other.
very much ready for some bargain basement Meisner.
Yeah,
But-
Sure.
but just once.
And done.
Okay, you failed.
Yeah.
Paulina's just there to throw shade, though, really. When she goes,
Throw shade or just be cruel?
some of you maybe will be more of like beauty models.
Beauty models, as opposed to stage acting models.
Stage acting models, yes.
She also, when Allison and Talia walk up, she says, "Oh, are mild-mannered too." So now they're superheroes in disguise.
I also like that Paulina's go-to for someone being excited about something is, "You're gonna spend money."
Paulina hates the women here. She hates this teach. She hates her job. She hates life.
It does feel like she dislikes more of the contestants than average.
Yes.
Who does she like?
Celia, kind of.
She likes how Celia dresses,
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but that's it.
but she despises London. London
Oh my
wins
God.
despite this.
I was shocked that London wins.
It was from her tone of voice talking about London later when London does well. I thought she was insulting London, and then I realized that all of the words she said had actually been complimentary.
Mm-hmm.
Paulina also fully lies because she says there is no teach without a challenge.
I knew it. I wrote down the note. Alexander's brain exploded when she said that, because we've had so many times where this bit teaches
You're
that
never, Alexander, you're never fully teached without a challenge.
Well, you should memorize the lines because you might be acting them out. Yeah, why else would you give them lines, Paulina?
Can you imagine if one person was like, "She didn't say we definitely needed to memorize them, so I'll just Laura sculpture my way through this."
I did like seeing who had clearly done theater before by how they memorized the lines. Like Allison pulled a full me and is writing them down.
I loved our silent solo rehearsal shots.
Those
Yes.
are actually cool, and you actually did see a lot of different ways to do it. London's being full pantomime, full and which I've done.
Yep.
It's not a criticism. She put on her theater headscarf.
She memorized
She
them
was
by
ready
how
to
am I
go.
going to say them.
Mhm.
Talia did
Nothing.
She was looking over it. She was distracted by London, I think.
She was figuring out the perfect way to whip her hand.
We did get a gorgeous shot of Tiana memorizing also. It was a surprisingly artful, behind-the-scenes-y kind of
I
shot
know
from
the
Top
one.
Model.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Maybe it's because they actually could shoot some angles because they were on arena style. Is that what it's called when it goes up? Arena style seating.
London finally tells her first truth she's ever told here. I'm from a family of actors.
And my greatest role to date, street preacher. I love that we're watching this story peel away like an onion every single episode that London's in.
I also love that later in this episode, many people will emphasize what it's like in the real world when you're doing this, ignoring the fact that apparently in this script, they get a different adjective per line that they're supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
This is exactly that thing that they did in Renee's season, where they were 3 different kinds of models. And at first they were a diva model, then a washed up. It was the exact same challenge, except with a bigger star.
Then Tyra's close personal friend, Clay Aiken, arrives.
You probably didn't think that you would be doing this with each other, right?
Didn't they, though?
Why wouldn't we?
Didn't they assume?
Because they didn't have the other lines.
I guess that's true.
They were all very excited, though.
Clay Aiken's a big deal. And he was, I mean, I think giving him the current credit of Spam-A-Lot.
I honestly, Paulina might have done this just because she wanted to hang out with Clay Aiken.
Maybe.
Yeah. I love when Foe says, he's on Broadway. The guy is pretty much a genius. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have multiple friends on Broadway, and that doesn't track
No.
in a way that you want it to. But like, Clay Aiken's a big deal. I'm not going to take anything away from Clay Aiken. And I'll say this, Clay Aiken, from start to finish, for me, delightful in this
Yes.
episode. One of the better judges we'll ever get.
Agree.
Judges and being there for a challenge. Remember the days when What's-His-Butt had his lines in the paper and couldn't even be fucking bothered?
Mm-hmm.
Clay was fun.
He was
Yes.
fun. And also gave critique while being nice.
And was also wearing a lot of True Blend foundation.
Yeah. Micro mineral.
Mhm. It kind of looked like we had photoshopped his face. I don't think we had, but...
But this is the house of Aiken de la Clay. It was
Aiken de la Clay.
adorable.
Mwah.
And his little tango with Foe where they're like, to the tents. And then they tangoed off stage together.
So this whole thing is they'll come in, they're a model who thinks they're there for a fitting. He says it's a go-see. He makes them do a walk, and then he loves it. So twist, he actually loves the model.
It's all a very not subtle read of Janice Dickinson, as
Oh,
per
yeah.
usual.
Absolutely.
London is exceptional. Talia is not.
I don't think Tolly is as bad as Amina. I think
Or-
Amina's nothing.
I
I'm going to say
guess.
right now, Celia's not good.
No.
Celia is from the Tyra School of Acting where she makes big choices, which is a good instinct.
I
Yes.
think Celia was a mad TV character.
Yeah, Celia needed some direction.
but
yeah.
she's not good.
No,
I
she's
was
not
so
good.
glad she didn't win because I had this feeling. I was like, is she going to win?
Yeah, because they wouldn't give
this?
London anything.
Well,
'Cause-
somehow I think Clay Aiken made London get a victory.
She's excellent. And also, Captions crunched 2 separate scoffs for her,
Mhm.
which I loved.
Foe was also good and got no credit for anything. I haven't been the biggest Foe fan, but she was
Phone.
a Foe.
A phone.
A phone? But she was really good. And you're right, her tango thing was like just the right amount of stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I'm sorry, Amina can't act.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Clay called,
I think she just gets nervous, truly.
Clay called Talia lazy, which made me think she also didn't memorize the lines.
Oh.
She just it was so high school girl taking an obligatory drama class
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the prize is $5,000 worth of merchandise in Joe's Jeans. Have you guys heard of Joe's Jeans? Because I had no fucking clue, and Natalie was a brand rep.
Natalie was ready for those jeans. I looked up Joe's Jeans, or tried to, and the only thing you can find about them really, besides they still are sold, and they're sold in pretty high-end places. It's like a Nordstrom brand
Sure.
and that kind of stuff, so they looked perfectly nice. And I will say, they actually sell basic jeans, which is an actual nice thing for a model to have. Now, do you need $5,000 worth of it?
No.
Well, this was a great prize and also a terrible prize. On the surface, sounds great. $5,000 worth of merchandise. $5.
One jean.
Denim
Ahem.
patch.
$5,000 worth of clothing. Great. Except, I feel like in days of yore, she would have gone to a
Shopping.
store
Yep.
and gotten to pick out things that, spoiler alert, would fit.
And also taking a friend who gets $1,000 worth, so it's a fun day.
And it would have matched her personal style.
Yeah.
Well, it's also so confusing what happens, because she comes in, and Foe's like, well, how did they know your size? Good question, Foe.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't believe they let that in.
And then London sees the jeans and goes, well, those aren't going to fit me. But then there's also a catalog, so she gets to pick, but then everyone just starts grabbing the jeans and putting them on.
She
There
does
was also,
technically
like,
tell them they can do
There
that.
was one medium-sized gift bag.
Yeah. Which can't be $5,000 worth of stuff, right?
No. I did think it was amazing because I also noted that you should get to pick a friend to share this prize. And then London got around the show and basically picked everyone to be her friend.
I assume what had actually happened is they had some Joe's jeans samples, and then she was going to use that $5,000 to pick through the catalog, select stuff, and get it sent to her.
I guess.
But they don't piece that together because this is, and get ready for it,
this is awful.
the 2-episode arc of London has gained weight.
I hate everything about this.
Yep.
You feel so sorry for her instantly because of this jeans thing. I will say, I appreciate, because they clearly made her talk about it, that Amina's talking head was very like, I just think she's gained some weight and that's making her the jeans thing made her upset. Like, she said the jeans thing made her upset with her. I was like, yeah, call it out, Amina.
Amina says she's eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's good.
Yeah.
So Amina has clued into something that the show is not letting us see.
Yep. They're trying to start this narrative that London, like the stress of the competition and being in a different environment, and she's not taking care of herself.
They're trying to start a storyline that London is disgusting.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And it's horrifying.
It's so, ugh. And I think they truly do it because they're not going to be able to justify her elimination. I haven't seen that episode yet. But
Yeah.
Tyra Chest.
Can you say it so that I can scream my response to it?
Do you play well with others? It's time to find out. Love, Tyra.
Yeah, because that's all they've done is group shots. I would argue they should do you play well by yourself, because they haven't gotten to.
Nope.
They've
This is
got
not one time.
They got color farted in their faces and got to do it once.
Grown men!
We're thinking men.
It's
Also,
so crazy we all have boyfriends.
every single one of them? We've heard of Talia's.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that's it.
And I think that's it. We haven't had any boyfriend calls.
At all.
Do they all have healthy relationships?
We've got very little time in the phone booth, especially compared to
It's
We've
just
only
been
Cycles
seen
past,
Holly that
yeah.
one time
with her
Mhm.
sister. Yeah.
Well, Makia's gotten slightly better at reading copy.
slightly indeed.
She's no longer drunk.
And she is growing that hair out.
Celia walked in a stunning coat. It
Yes.
has to be said. And I know we spend a lot of time, as does the show, salivating over Celia's wardrobe, but this coat gets no mentions from the show, so I was going to.
We learned that they ruined McKee's last take.
Yeah.
And Mr. J shall not stand for it.
You were amazing! But also, when he starts describing what the commercial is going to be, McKee stands next to him blinking like she's waking up from a long sleep.
I think she fell asleep right after Top Model Cycle 11.
Even though Sandra has left, the infection of the body snatchers, or whatever we're deciding
All
it
these
is,
android body snatchers.
is still floating. Maybe it started with Jay. Maybe Jay's done it.
Mm.
He does give her an "Isn't she gorgeous?" Isn't she
Ooh.
gorgeous? Yes, she won. She won your modeling show.
Why are you hyping
And
her
it
up
wasn't
so
on her
much?
commercial ability.
Yeah, it must be, I gotta say, it is interesting to me when they choose to bring back the winners. And I get that they are becoming a CoverGirl rep. So it makes sense to
Yeah.
bring them back, to have to spit out some copy about a CoverGirl product. But when they were one of the winners that didn't do the commercials well, it's painful. And we've had 2 in a row now that weren't good at commercials, because we had Whitney and McKee.
I love that we've moved on to foundation, but not away from mushmouth phrases, because micro mineral.
Mineral is hard to say anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a hard word.
I will say, while that sucks, it's still one of the easiest CoverGirl commercials they've actually done. There's no wet slicks spritz, fruit slick spritz.
Well, they do also, if they're the lead in the commercial, because of course, spoiler, this is a group challenge.
Because of fucking course.
But at least this one, they judge the other girls in it a little bit, which
Kind
is
of.
it's how I want group challenges to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you get a heavy pause in the middle where everyone else just says their lines and you're just looking at them.
This is the most poorly constructed commercial, and it should be so simple, and yet it gets completely fuckeried.
It also, though, flies in the face of earlier in this season when they had to bring the women to the wall, where they're like, you're not makeup artists. But then the way that they transfer from shooting some pictures to like, here are my 3 women that I've put makeup on.
Yeah. I have to do it all. Model, makeup,
Rep.
yeah. So teleprompter is still spelled weird in the caption.
Yes, it
I found it out.
is.
I found out why.
How?
Okay.
I looked up so much on this. How did you piece this together?
is
I wish
a-
our listeners could see the notes that Alexander is pulling out.
Teleprompter. The word teleprompter with an internal
Teleprompter.
with internal capitalization originated as a trade name used by the Teleprompter Corporation, which first developed the device in the 50s. Then the word teleprompter with no capitalization became the genericized trademark.
It's like a Xerox moment.
Xerox, Kleenex,
Mhm.
Zoom, I would argue now.
Zoom, yeah.
Although my old
Prompter.
ass still says Skype, so.
Each part of teleprompter all refers to a different part of the device.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yes, but therefore, though,
Except for the tur.
yeah, but top models shouldn't be using the brand name.
Maybe
because
they have a brand deal with teleprompter.
but it's probably AutoScript and actually
TPT.
not- in the Commonwealth, it's AutoCue.
I have heard that before.
There's lots of things that make me miss being with people as the world starts to open up again. But there's really something about getting together with a bunch of other actors to rehearse your shit in a bathroom that's too fancy. That really put me in a mood.
Yeah, I like that we got to see both groups doing it, and also everyone seemed to be having fun with it.
So my favorite captions crunch maybe ever. Tiana is having a hard time saying micro minerals.
Yeah.
So spits out every syllable to try to get it in her mouth.
Sure.
Micro minerals.
yeah.
Except captions crunched that too. Micro magnum wow.
Michael Magnum, wow.
Wow. Micro magnum wow.
That's like-
Makeup was whoosh.
That's
Fashion
how-
was how.
That's how you get away with selling normal sized condoms to insecure men. You call them micro magnums.
Oh, micro magnum wows. Natalie is Alexander for a minute. Let me explain. She makes a joke you would absolutely make when McKee
Oh.
is talking. Yeah, look at you're not. When she's talking about she's from California and all the other ones are from southern places. And Natalie, I think pretty cutely goes, oh, yeah, all these little hicks here, which you would absolutely say.
Sure.
And then McKee acts like she's
Oh,
I've never heard something so devious, so mean. Who gave
You don't just wrestle each other? Do you need to wrestle some feelings out, ladies?
But who gave McKee some curls to clutch during all this stuff?
So we get introduced to the director of this commercial, Peter Chelkowski.
Nothing on the internet about this person, by the
But
way.
he does a bow when he's
He
introduced.
does.
Which I
He's got a
appreciate.
1940s mustache and a sweater vest and a pair of gloves in his back pocket.
He speaks
for duels.
so fast.
He does.
The explanation of how this ad is going to work takes about 180 seconds, which is unfortunate. And you can tell in the final product because none of these women know where the camera is at any given moment.
It was as though
No,
John-
Tiana fully didn't.
No.
It was as though John Mulaney came in and said, give me a baggy shirt and a vest, and I'm going to tell these women how this commercial's going to go.
Yeah. One thing I do like about Peter is he does have a loose pack of Twizzlers that he's eating every so often, which is very fun.
Yeah, for sure. The camera is just at the wrong distance
Yes.
to do this, right? It
Mhm.
needed to be closer up or further away.
Yeah.
Well, that also, some women walk into the camera because
Mhm.
they don't know how zoomed it is, and so they're like, ooh.
Natalie definitely does that. Natalie's trying to create her own levels, which isn't a bad idea, but you can tell she just fully doesn't understand. I have a feeling, too, at least one of these cameras is on what's called a jib,
Yeah.
which is, I've worked with those before, and it's basically something where you can do these cool, like, kind of almost like cranny panny shots with them, and they're huge. They usually take 2 people to operate, and I just assume one of them might be on a jib because it's impossible to tell how close you're supposed to be to those cameras
Yeah.
because
Yep.
they're weird looking cameras.
And we've had a one continuous shot CoverGirl commercial before last cycle.
Yeah.
And we saw some of kill it.
Kill it.
Yeah.
I just don't think that was possible here. And then when they get to the part where the lead of the commercial takes a long pause while the other girls jump in with their own timing.
And has to pick up a weird prop, but that has been set on the table.
If you were actually doing this ad, it would be 3 quick cuts to
of
each.
them turning around or
Yes,
something.
yes, that's exactly what it would be. And it's very clear watching it that this was put together in a way that it should not have been put together. It's a Frankenstein-y commercial.
Elisa Starkman is the representative for CoverGirl. Her Tyrons keep getting stranger and stranger. Allison taking the same picture 20 times.
It does not help the case she is trying to make for the judges that she doesn't come up with one different
The
pose.
best part of that is that her music cue is literally a wah-wah remix. It's like wah, 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 wah.
She's finally getting Allison's theme. The funniest thing about this commercial to me is the start of it, as we're talking about, they have to fake take some pictures as if they're just walking off a modeling set. And what's funny is you get to see what all of these women think of models. Because Tiana thinks they're stupid. Because Tiana does poses that are bananas.
It's like a robot that's been programmed only to Vogue.
Yes! And, like, it's so funny to me.
Also, both teams got to decide how this commercial was going to work.
Yep.
Because they were not given how the 3 lines should work. Because one team decides that everyone's going to say the same lines and then someone's going to pop in back into their line or whatever.
Yeah.
Where the other team, rightly I think,
Yes.
decides to cycle
To
through.
rotate
Yeah, round
through
robin.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is also how you should do it, because theoretically then at judging, you get to see everyone delivering every line.
Yes, because otherwise you have London saying, and I prefer full coverage. Or
She's a little
I
more.
prefer a little more. Every
Twice
single
at
time.
least.
And then that's why. And then Talia is saying, and I need full coverage. Right?
You really
Right?
needed to rotate everyone. I will say, at least Talia gets dressed like everyone else is dressed for
Sure.
once.
She also looks gorgeous.
She does.
In
She
this
does look
ad.
gorgeous.
Also, she's very tall. I don't know why I haven't noticed it before. I guess because just Amina's the tallest woman that's ever existed.
Yeah.
But I had the same experience in this episode, being like, oh, you and Tyra are the same height.
Also, is Allison short comparatively?
Maybe she's like 5'9".
Because she looks tiny in her commercial.
Maybe it was because Alice and Amina had the strangest plate of food. It included one udon noodle, some lettuce, and then a mystery meat.
Mystery meat.
But one udon noodle is what it looked like on that plate.
Yeah, by the way, Amina and Allison are just friends now.
Yeah.
That fight's been resolved
I-
off camera.
I really liked that cute moment of being, we should all be on cloud 9. Are you on 9? Because I'm on 9.
I'm on 9.
I'm on cloud 8.
Nine.
I'm on 10.
What? I mean, thank God. I don't know if Natalie paid someone off for them to take off this toilet paper origami headband that she was sporting for a little while.
What was in her hair?
When I saw that in the bathroom, I think
Did she make it in the bathroom?
I thought that might be like she was goofing around, but then her hairstyle has completely changed. I think Natalie was like, I'm going to leave this on for now. But I bet right before that commercial, she goes, absolutely not.
Also, sincere question. Does Talia think that Elisa Starkman is CoverGirl and that CoverGirl is a person?
Yeah, I think she thinks that CoverGirl is a person because she says, our client is CoverGirl, and it smash cuts to Elisa Starkman. And I imagined a head-bobbing, real-life action Barbie of CoverGirl. It's Elisa Starkman. The old school one was a little Brent Power.
Oh, I want that one.
He's the Ken. He's the Ken of the line.
Talking about Elisa Starkman, I don't appreciate how she and Jay shit all over London.
What? When
In the middle of her doing it, too.
Yes.
did the show take a meeting and decide that they had been too nice to London by ignoring her and decide it was time to actively shit all over her? Because
Also, their
London
notes,
is fine.
also, their notes made her get worse.
Yep.
Her first take was a little cheesy, but ultimately fine, if not above average. And then she tries to do the laid-back version of it, and it's awful.
How dare Jay say a door-to-door salesman is here when we, as an audience, know Sunday is about to enter the chat?
She is in the dugout waiting to get to the plate.
Why was Faux styled as Alexis Carrington.
Oh,
Why were Faux and London in a full lesbian
They
relationship?
were.
they were in a relationship.
Watching the evolution of that relationship. And you know what? It warmed my heart.
I like it.
Mhm.
It made that weird Faux switcheroo with Talia very strange.
Also, Foe's pretty flirty with Natalie, too. I think
Yes.
Foe's having fun.
Yes.
And she is like, you know what? At the end, all four of us have to basically flirt with each other, so I'm just gonna go for it.
I did like London as describing herself as spicing things up a little bit too much because it sounds like something I would say.
I love the journey that Hannah has made.
Yeah.
From going like, how?
Because all I
like
remembered was
London.
Street Preacher.
And then you're like, oh, someone who lied about being a street preacher? I
Right,
can
yes,
get that. I can get behind
absolutely.
that.
Oh, low level con? Yes, fully vibrant. Speaking of the awkwardness with Talia, the show's decision to slow-mo Talia slightly bumping into someone. Why?
Also, Foe is a full professional because Foe doesn't break eye contact with the camera, gently adjusts Talia, and poses.
Mm-hmm.
And cuddles.
Wow. But that's amazing.
Yeah, no.
Not to break eye contact with the camera? That takes a lot of spatial awareness that I'm not sure I could do.
Tyra Chess, why is Celia wearing the blonde's wig?
I was waiting for her to straight up go to judging in it, honestly.
I also realized in this episode how loudly they have to yell Tyra mail.
What's 4 stories?
Because usually at this point in the cycle, someone's like, hey guys, Tyra mail. But this time they have to yell.
And this is where
They
I
should have
realized-
had like a kind of like old school like tube like for
Yes.
banks and the tire mill like
Yes,
all the way through
I
the
would
house.
love that so much.
I would love that.
Tyra Pneumatic. This is where I realized we never saw Foe's photo because they do the quickest zoom past
We
it.
didn't. We got no adjectives.
They're
I have
there. They're really hard to
I
read.
have
though.
What are they?
Stunning.
Great.
You took it to the next level
Okay.
and red hot.
These are probably the best they've been.
Yeah.
And mine was, why are you hiding this?
Best photo maybe of the show ever.
Oh.
Why will we never see it again?
But it like zooms past it. And I hate. If we're going to make a fucking big deal at panel about digital art, we need to see digital art.
Yeah. It's also such an easy thing to cut into the episode.
Well, it's because, like London, we don't get to see Fo be happy.
No.
We
Yeah.
get little snatches of her having fun because she has a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So if they're going to show her ever in the margins, that's what we see. But we don't actually get to see a moment of joy from her.
It's interesting because they know when editing the show who the ultimate winner is. And I think they're so worried that we'll fall too in
With
love
someone else.
with London or Foe or folks like that they're like, oh, we can't show too much of them.
Maybe.
And maybe that's why Tiana's getting this nothing edit because they're trying to make sure that, like,
You don't find anything wrong with Tiana?
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't have time to outrage.
No.
Which is
A
funny
section of
because
the
what we've
audience.
seen of Tiana, she seems pretty great.
Yeah. Fun.
Uh,
Once again.
Yeah.
Celia is correct and also lying to Allison regarding the better group.
Do we all generally agree that the better group is London, Foe, Natalie, Talia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that Celia is the best one of the other team.
Well, the show agrees with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn. And I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient. And they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
It's football season, and you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. A strong defense? No. A strong deodorant? Yes. A six-pack of abs? Nope. Six-pack of beer? Yes. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol 21 plus and in select cities. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
There is no storytime quote.
I assume CoverGirl was like, please don't associate us with these kidnapped children.
I'm just surprised we didn't get one that's like, but if you really want to cover, girl, cover yourself in the light of happiness or something. It's something so dumb like that.
Tyra is dressed how costumers think teachers dress.
Well, that's good because she's about to address these contestants like it's a class of second graders.
Yeah, she all but has a ruler that she's slapping against a hand.
There's 8 of y'all up in here today, aren't there?
We know 8. We just learned 8, didn't we?
And my favorite part of that are the contestants going, yeah, yes.
Uh-huh.
Are you bringing someone back?
Yeah, right.
Yes, Clay Aiken.
Paulina is wearing the most enormous earrings.
I'm gonna say it, too much earring, Paulina. Seems like too much earring.
And this is where we get a factoid about Clay Aiken from Tyra.
Okay.
Where she says, Clay's first album was the highest selling solo artist release in 10 years. Which sounds both too specific to be a lie, but also too vague to be truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The perfect sentence, really.
It is true,
Oh.
but it was the way she said it that made it sound like a lie.
Yeah.
Because he had the highest selling debut album since 1993
Great.
and was the 3rd fastest selling album of the year. The previous album was Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, which held that record.
I mean, what a journey for us.
Crying out for a mashup.
From Doggy Style to Measure of a Man.
If
Was
I
that the
was
name?
invisible.
Yes, that was the name of the album.
That
Do
is-
we also remember that Clay Aiken ran for Congress in 2014?
I did not.
He has to be one of our most successful runners-up on a reality show of all time.
Runners up, yeah,
Yep.
second.
Mhm.
Easily. I mean, his cover of Bridge Over Troubled Waters is the song to me now.
Well, he's definitely more famous than Ruben Studdard.
Yeah, although I have been to their Christmas special.
Yeah, you did.
Still have that Tumblr.
All right, Miss Honey Cabbage.
I would love to know.
Didn't he call someone
Listeners-
else Honey Cabbage before? Like in
It
the
was
last
different.
cycle?
It was something different, but it was of the same thing. So these must be inside jokes
Yes.
that they can't edit around?
I don't know.
The listeners, please tell us, is this a phrase?
Yeah.
Have you?
Have we all missed out on Honey
Yeah.
Cabbage?
Celia's commercial is not bad.
No, it's not bad.
They weirdly cut around Allison.
They do kind of.
Her hair is teased so high.
Okay. When Tyra says, "Well, you look old in this commercial." Yeah, because they styled her like a 50-year-old woman.
Part of it. I agree with that. Part of it was the way Celia decided to hold her hands.
Yes.
At her, right at her midsection.
Class. Talk about teacher energy. Like,
Or fine dining restaurant server.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If she had asked at the end for the foundation specials, if you wanted to hear them, I wouldn't have been surprised.
If you ask her where the bathroom is, she doesn't point. She just
Oh.
Never one finger, always two.
I've learned that pointing is rude and I should always gesture, and that is something I try to always do now when I'm hosting like a game or a show or something. You always gesture, palm up.
Yeah.
Palm down is a kiss.
Or the Disney is 2 fingers. You can point with 2 fingers.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh.
But Celia did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does give a little aunt energy.
She does.
Oh, yeah. Their criticism's not wrong.
No.
Tiana's next. Talk about cutting around someone in a commercial. We barely see Tiana in this
In her
commercial.
own ad.
Except posing. This
Herky jerky.
forehead, like, to wrist move is so
Ow.
funny.
Ow.
I've got
Ow.
a wrist pain and a headache.
Oh. Posing with bear. She does, I guess, I think because she's trying to read the teleprompter, squint her eyes a little bit.
She does.
She also kind of has smaller eyes.
She does have small eyes.
I think
And
that's just-
very, as we've heard, wind tunnel face.
Very tight.
Sharp cheekbones.
I think she looks gorgeous in the commercial, though.
Mhm. Despite the weird scarf.
Yeah, I don't know what this scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple people got a weird scarf.
Yeah, Talia did as well.
Allison comes up. And before we even get into her commercial, the manufactured drama about this fucking dress.
You've worn this dress before, haven't you?
Now, I like that they used it as an excuse to do a screen grab that we could say is Allison talking to new Allison. For some reason, they decided to mirror them in a way that it's brunette Allison speaking to blonde Allison.
It shows how long ago she wore this dress.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which undermines their stupid point.
Yeah, and I love that we get a return to Natalie's headband in the background of that old Allison shot.
And then they're like, oh, you and Tiana should switch clothes.
Okay, Jay says this jokingly. Clearly it was a joke to me. And then Tyra's like, you know what? Dance. When we take a break, you will switch clothes. When we deliberate, you will switch clothes.
Both of them look so embarrassed.
This is a episode of the girls looking at each other going, is this
We're really doing this?
happening?
Really?
Really doing this?
Everyone else sees, right?
Now, the one thing I'll agree a little bit with is that Tyra's thing of, if you're just coming in here wearing a tank top and jeans, that's more general clothes, so we won't remember that. I don't think it was actually completely wrong for Miss J to be like, hey, you're only here so many weeks, maybe don't completely repeat an outfit. That being said, it's like a really good outfit, and if she had already worn it while she was blonde, I would have been more critical of this. But it feels like she was just like, I wanted to see what this looked like with my mermaid hair.
Yeah.
Because it looked different with the mermaid hair.
100%.
What I remember about this commercial, because we barely see Allison, is that anytime Tiana doesn't have a line in Allison's commercial, she deactivates. Like, powers down.
Yeah.
I did not think Allison was that bad. It wasn't good. I'm not going to say it was good.
She does look like, and I hate to agree with the judging panel this much. I can't believe with this episode how often I'm agreeing with them. She does kind of always seem like she has a big old question mark on her face. Like, you can kind of see in her eyes where she's like, I will say she has a great speaking voice.
Yes.
I really like her speaking voice.
And as Tyra points out, she fits the brand.
Yeah, because she's a girl next to these tall women.
She didn't look so short. You wouldn't have thought so.
You mean the two of you didn't think she looked morbid?
What
does she think? Does she think she's Lily Munster?
Yes.
Why is Allison getting this more? She's a small blonde model.
But also, this was like a punishment. I felt like a punishment watching this ad.
We have seen people look like hostages. McKee.
Look, none of these ads are amazing.
No.
But none of them are this bad. Well, maybe like one or two. But the amount of stink that the judges are putting on these ads is so outsized compared to the product, which is mostly just boring.
And I think part of it is that they had so many good ones the last time they used a teleprompter that in their heads they were like, teleprompter equals good commercial. And I was like, yeah, but you also made this one take and a group shot and all these other elements combined.
Nigel also has to jump in by saying, what did I say last week? Which has nothing to do with the rest of the critique they gave to Allison.
At all. Amina gets fucked over by captions.
It wasn't captions, though. I thought it was captions, but it's actually the show.
Oh.
Yeah. Because, so, they show Amina's commercial, and it looks like she's getting the meanest, rudest captions crunch.
Right.
Where she's clearly saying choose, they write chew in quotation marks. But the only reason they do that is when it gets to the judge's critique, they're like, did you say chew? It sounds like you said chew, and captions does the same thing. It's the show, not the captions, being rude to Amina.
This commercial is rough.
Yeah, it's not good regardless.
Yeah.
She stumbles over a lot of her words.
She's our fast talker. She just talks way too quickly.
She needs to take Cheryl Lee Ralph's advice and put a cork in it.
Literally.
But she does lose all of her natural charisma in this ad.
She seems, talk about someone who didn't want to do this commercial. Amina looks like she doesn't want to do this commercial.
She just looks so nervous. She looked like, and this is one of those, there was no growth from challenge to commercial.
Was the lighting in this ad also like aggressively fluorescent?
Yes, because at some point, because we know the timing of these shoots is nonsense, they had to close the blinds partway through and then theoretically didn't change the lighting other than flicking on the overheads. It was weird. London is next.
I'm sad that the headband is back.
Of all the things not to be commented on, though.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, we don't see her in the fucking commercial.
When Nigel says slouchy and sloppy, I will give him slouchy.
Slouchy.
Yep.
She needs to stand up straight.
And
But
I think
that's
part
also-
of that was her trying to, like, take it down.
Mhm. Be more casual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The impression that Tyra does of London is, number one, not London at all.
It's so inaccurate.
London looks back at the other women and is like,
Horrified.
was that what it sounded like? Because I don't think that's what it sounded
Yeah.
like.
I wrote the note, I'm sorry, but what the fuck is Tyra talking about? Because it just had nothing to do with what we saw whatsoever.
At all.
Yeah, it was so odd and at worst racist.
Mhm.
Yes.
At best, meaning Tyra's impression.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think that's why London was horrified, because she was like, I didn't sound like...
Did
guys,
I-
I didn't
right?
do that, did I? Holy shit. Like, that'd have been so inappropriate. And at best, it was just inaccurate.
Then, as London is walking away,
This is the meanest thing Polly's ever done.
Paulina yells out after her,
You know what? Don't wear these shorts. That's not becoming.
and London seems like she is. It's taking all her strength to not leave immediately.
And
Leave
what
or
London
cry or-
doesn't
yeah.
know is
Ugh.
that the show does a gotcha close-up on her upper thighs.
That is
They
nothing.
They tried to use the Talia scar camera on her thigh.
I literally had to pause. I had to take a pause at this point.
I was so mad. This is so mean. And I just imagine being London and watching the episode. An episode that, for the most part, she
did well at.
And because she wore shorts, and they've decided that,
London is disgusting.
yeah. Also, this is a cute outfit. Except for the headband.
Headband.
obviously. The headband,
But
obviously.
blazer and formal shorts?
So cute.
Yeah.
So
And the
cute.
shorts fit fine.
They really do. They weren't tight on her. or
No.
anything.
No. It was very upsetting.
Yeah. Ugh.
Natalie is next.
And she working model who is working because
Flat but
her commercial is absolutely capable.
Yep.
But now we see London.
Now there is something that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Natalie loves when she says the word foundation to gently graze her cheek every time, and every take. And when she has the full coverage, she does it.
Yeah.
She loves a gentle, like, do you know what foundation is? It's for here.
Just
Ooh.
here. Just
I
the
will say
cheek.
she looks gorgeous in that commercial.
Yeah.
She's a model.
She's not an exceptional model. She's just a working model.
Yeah. And yeah, now we get to see tons of London.
Mhm. Being adorable.
Yeah.
Which at least Tyra gives her a little bit of credit
I'm also
for.
going to theorize part of the reason she's better, as they say later, gross as background, is that, and I was like, not background, has a line,
Yep.
but sure,
Mhm.
is that she probably wasn't getting critique, so she got to do what she naturally wanted to do,
Uh-huh.
and so they didn't zap her corniness, and it works.
Yeah.
It's so silly to act like you don't need a little bit of corniness to make a CoverGirl
It's
ad work.
CoverGirl.
.com.
Yeah.
The riddle of a CoverGirl copy? Come on.
Was CoverGirl trying to go through an evolution? I will say, in general,
Color
this is-
evolution.
hate you.
I wish the listeners could have seen your innocent blinks afterwards.
McKee level. Oh, no, I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, because this was like a more serious CoverGirl commercial. Were they trying to
Yeah.
rebrand?
It seems
But
very
also,
like
why?
teachy.
We're only a couple of cycles apart from Wet Slicks.
Big Splash.
Yeah, from Big Splash. Come on.
Foe is next. There were worse commercials than Foe, and yet they treat Foe's commercial as though, like, well, this is completely unusable.
Foe walked up and knew exactly where her mistakes were, which is that she stumbled over her words, especially in the beginning. I don't think they gave her enough credit for how great the end of the ad was. The
Yeah.
beginning wasn't good, but she ended it great.
She just got into it halfway through.
Yeah.
She's wearing jeans with little stars on them.
Yes.
And are
Star
those
pockets.
Joe's jeans?
Probably.
I hope so.
I believe that London and Foe are friends. The way they interact with each other.
Probably
And
why
the
we don't
way
see
that-
them.
The
Yep.
way that they disappeared
Yep.
during the fight.
Yep. Oh, that's probably when the friendship kindled.
What is this music?
I was waiting for Hannah to discuss, because we've had a lot of music cues.
You mean the jazz flutes?
Now,
She's taking off the hair horn. Why do we have woodwinds?
of all the Tyra jokes, this is probably Tyra's best. You look like you're going to a springtime wedding. She does.
She does.
She
but-
does
but
fully
cute.
Is that wrong?
No, and to be fair, Tyra's like, but you look cute, you look good. It is the best Talia's looked. I think she probably just doesn't have a lot of appropriate clothes for this. Because earlier in the episode, she was in a white stretchy tube top, which I was like, please don't wear that to panel later.
Tyra asks Talia how she did, and Talia says, I struggled.
Yep.
And Tyra's response is, well, let's see how bad you struggled.
Cool.
Great.
And then
I want to make the point now. Talia holds her head up high and takes all of the criticism that is about to be lobbed her way with so much grace.
Oh my God, so
the
poised.
best she's been, and she's already someone we've talked about being super poised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They edit so much around this commercial, you can't even tell if they were watching a commercial during this judging.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all notice Natalie's fingertips clinging on to Talia's inner arm at the end of this ad in a very strange
As though she
way?
was drunk.
Yeah.
A heel broke,
home.
and Natalie was like, ah!
Once again, what ad were they watching where they said that Talia came off mean, angry, and old?
That's what I'm saying.
None of those things are true. In fact, I'm going to argue Talia had a pretty okay commercial. I would put it right there with Natalie's.
Yeah, it was fine.
Fine.
Like, I love her, so I hate that this is true, but there's a clear worse commercial, and it's Amina's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But which one of you is not making the final cut?
And I'm not talking about a hair and makeover
And
cut.
I'm not talking about a hair and makeover cut.
JW, you gave it so much more personality.
I know, because it should have had personality, but also, yeah, they didn't think that.
Nope. No one thought that.
What? Here, okay, you want to do these bad things, here's what you do. Which of you has lost their foundation?
Oh.
Done. It's not hard to do. We said the word foundation a million times. Which one of you
didn't blend in?
Oh no, now I have to come up with a
full coverage. Do anything with full coverage.
And I prefer a little more.
Which of you should have had more coverage?
Which one of you needs to take a daily mineral?
Yay! Private panel.
Well, the most positive this gets is them complimenting Celia's dress sense again.
Great.
What is this?
Also, this is Celia's worst dress, I'm going to say, of all the weird weeks.
Except for the blondes one.
Yeah, right.
What is Tyra's take on teleprompter?
She hates teleprompter.
Never got to read one. And then
My cover girl contract for 5 years, not once.
But you were in charge of this.
Just don't give them... God knows you've not given people teleprompters before.
I love Paulina's response. Oh, I never used one either, but that's because they wouldn't let me talk.
I was never let to speak. And then, Nigel, finally a really, really smart thing that you said, and I totally agree.
I love Clay being like,
They're already rewriting history, saying that Tiana is photogenic. And they're like, remember these pictures? And they flash them. Like, you hated it.
Uh-huh. The ones you were mean about?
Yeah.
You only liked last week's and this week's, really. And then kind of the Ellis Island one.
Clay Aiken is here to stand for foe, and thank God someone is.
And honestly, London too, which is nice. He's
How
defending.
is he the best at this?
He's really good. He understands. In 1 week, he's learned why when they're sabotaging themselves, why it is.
Yep.
He's super nice about everything, but also still offering critique.
How is Foe more of an actress, Nigel? What is that?
I don't know.
Also, London has gone pear-shaped.
Thank Miss J for being like, okay.
Yeah, I'm glad there was at least some sarcastic response to that. It's so silly.
And then captions crunch, it said mouthful Amina.
Well, because she was doing like her impression.
I know, but mouthful.
Well, mush mouth, I guess, would have been better.
They come on to something that Tyra has decided is a very profound. Honest question, y'all.
Yeah, sure.
Were Tyra and Nigel hooking up this cycle?
Seems like it.
Ooh, why do you think so?
First of all,
She keeps touching him.
Second of all, she keeps latching on to things he says, like they're enchanting and they're blowing her mind. The wind tunnel in the face. This one, it's the camera loves her, but she doesn't love the camera.
Interesting.
Super latching onto these things that Nigel says. And then they have this very flirtatious moment at the end of Private Panel. I was neither shaken nor stirred.
Well, has Nigel ever seen a Bond movie? Because he calls Natalie a Bond girl. How?
How?
A Bond girl doing cover girl? As if that's a thing. Like a Bond girl is a type of person that can be hired for a separate thing.
I also stand behind Hannah's their fucking theory. In the what did he mean by right now? He's like, right now. Like, it's very strange.
I'm making one right now.
I wonder if there's a version of this where it's less about them hooking up and more about the two of them being on the same side because they were becoming very anti-Paulina.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
Tyra was like, oh, I'm going to make Nigel look like the smartest person forever, Paulina, because you keep coming for him.
And Miss
over
J
and
is
over.
clearly more aligned with Paulina
Paulina.
at
Yeah.
this point.
I think Miss J is always aligned
With the fourth.
with Twiggy,
Mhm.
with Janice.
Not no way.
Well,
He was
no.
on the panel at the same time.
Sure.
He didn't have to be.
So they come back with their outfit switcheroo.
So we have a fashion switch here. You know that thing, a fashion switch?
Tiana looks so angry.
At least she, like, does a thing to make this less awkward where she's like, you look cute, girl. And then
And
Allison,
Allison's like, you too.
you too.
Yeah.
Allison does look pretty good.
Allison looks, but the dress doesn't fit Tiana.
It doesn't.
No.
No.
But it was very nice that they were like, well, let's be here for each other
Yes.
in this awkward
Let's
sure.
moment.
stand next to each other. I don't even know if they
Mhm.
were standing next to each other earlier. I think they decided to stand next to each other.
And now they're screen grabs,
So everyone knows.
yeah.
not captchas anymore.
I think the funniest thing, cycle by cycle, is that they always feel the need to explain. And this time, in the person who leaves, who gets eliminated, who gets sent home, if you will, instead of showing a clip from the commercial, they'll actually just show the screen grab. So now screen grabs are ever more important.
Celia gets first call out.
After they are told
Oh,
that
yeah.
you as a group have performed so weak.
You should have heard the panel.
It was dreadful. I mean, it was dreadful watching it because you guys are terrible.
Yeah.
And Clay Aiken was the only good judge.
Ugh.
Yeah, right. I like how southern you got when you talk about Clay Aiken. Good judge.
Clay Aiken's pretty southern.
He's pretty southern.
Mhm.
Natalie is second. Yeah, makes sense.
I see it.
Then Tiana.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Then Foe. I'm shocked they put Foe there by the way they spoke
Me
about
too,
it.
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
Then London.
Shockingly high for how mean they were.
Yeah, right?
I was thinking, is London in the bottom this episode?
I thought maybe.
And then Amina, who should have been in the bottom.
Absolutely.
Which,
I choose you. Let's say choose.
can you say choose? Choose. Thanks, Dora. Which leaves
She also randomly told Tiana when Tiana came up, you look good in skirts. It's not a skirt, it's a dress. Let Tiana wear jeans. She got them for free from London.
which leaves Allison and Talia in the bottom.
Allison, I'll give you. I think it should have been Allison Amina.
Yeah.
Talia, to me, just doesn't deserve this.
Tyra's critique of Talia. What was going on?
I don't know.
Then we have Talia. Talia has such a strong look for cover girl, but she has that easy breezy beautiful face. But what the judges are noticing is that the camera loves you, the still photography camera loves you, but they're not sure if you love the camera.
Hurt people. Hurt people.
I'm going to say it. And now that we're in person again and I can see them, you know, I want to say that Alexander, you have a breezy face. And Hannah, you have an easy face.
Keep it beautiful for yourself.
Hell yeah! I love the camera.
I love you, camera.
So when Talia...
Apologize to that camera. It loves you. You don't love it back.
You don't love him.
What was that from? Is that like a quote?
Yeah, well,
It was just.
I'm that good of an actor.
Oh.
What was cut out here? When Allison stays and Talia
God.
or
Thank you.
leaves, we get this angle.
The farthest away from the back of the panel room, you can see neither Talia's face
Nor
Tyra's face. It does not sound ADR'd.
No!
Mm-mm.
But we also can't... I don't believe what happened here.
I don't either.
Yeah. I don't.
There's
it was
no
so
way.
odd. And there's like a set formula to all of these angles and editing. So when Top Model deviates from it, you're often left with just like, why?
Did the editing
What
team
Why?
happened?
go like, well, we've already shown Talia's scars close enough, so we'll do them long?
I'm
Where?
shocked of all episodes that this was the one they held back on that.
Mhm.
Right?
Like you showed them when she was just living.
Eating
when-
yogurt.
Yeah. And now, like, I'm glad, I guess, but you know, like,
The other thing that's really damning for the show is that they go into this whole thing with Talia where it's like you have to be in love with the process, which is what Celia brought up
Uh-huh.
weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Totally
Mm-hmm.
unjustifiably, but now the show is like, no, now we're saying it.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that Talia, except for the one terrible photo from the Lighting Yourself challenge, has put together a pretty good portfolio.
Yeah.
Pretty versatile portfolio.
I'm going to say, I know that there are lots of people who just don't like Talia's inclusion in this cycle. She's not a bad contestant.
She's not that bad.
She's not a bad contestant.
She's a little frustrating sometimes. I definitely was frustrated with the fact that it was waffling. But that's also because when she was confident in it,
she did such a good job.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, the show has finally figured out how to film someone exiting the house, thank God.
With super sad music, though. Whoa. I will say this. I didn't remember that Allison was in the bottom two this often.
No, I didn't either.
In my head, Allison sailed to her eventual placement.
Yeah.
Talia Brookins, now Farley.
Talia Farley.
Mm-hmm. I can't find a lot on Talia. There's some stuff that's right after the show. Interviews and stuff she did. There's a great one you can find on YouTube that's a clip that's less than 2 minutes long from Access Hollywood, I believe. Yes. A great interview on Access Hollywood. And we've talked about how good she is at telling her story and expressing this despite her young age. She's even better in this. Like, it's amazing I think with some, like, probably pre-interview prep and stuff. Right. She's so natural. She has this really funny moment in this interview where the interviewer's like, did you feel like self-conscious? And she's like, self-conscious was my best friend. and it was really, and she also said an interesting thing about, she was like, I would cover myself up. And this is really telling about some of this, like how she got upset with some of the like fashion that they put her in. She was like, I would cover up myself in clothes, not for other people, for myself, so I wouldn't have to look at it. And I was like, a cool thing to edit into the actual episode, but let's do it on Access Hollywood. I found she's one of our LinkedIn people. I mostly found her on LinkedIn. Now works in the hospitality restaurant industry. She's currently the senior manager, if this is up to date, which it seems to be, senior manager at a PF Chang's. Okay. And this is her bio, or her like little like overview kind of thing. I have been in the industry for nearly a decade and strive to continue to grow with a well-established company. Longevity and gaining a higher skill level are very important to my long-term goals. Inspiration, communication, and positive leadership are skills that I am proficient in, but am wanting to learn more each and every day. And
that all sounds exactly like Talia.
Exactly. So, and that's, I was like, well, it's definitely her, because this is under Talia Farley. Couldn't find much social media for her. And like I mentioned earlier, there is a reunion that I'm sure we need to watch because it's so silly. There was one for 10. We're not doing that one. Telling you right now.
I refuse to
Absolutely
go back.
not.
Absolutely. I think this is the last one, though. It was just 5, 10, and 12, interestingly enough.
Lucky 5, 10, and 12.
That's exactly like
that. You bet on 5. You go on 10. I'll go on 12. And apparently there's a big Talia update that I know about, but I think I'll save to 2 of you for that one that she does in that. And she also apparently, I think maybe it's part of the reunion or it was right after, she did a photo shoot with some military burn survivors. Oh, okay. I might be getting some of the details of that mixed up, but she does some photo shoots for that kind of thing. I like Talia.
Overall, I do too.
I like Talia.
She's got some of that in addition to the burden she put on herself in being on the show. A lot of it, I think, is just the insecurities that come with being an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always forgot she was 18.
18. And I really think that she did this show on her terms, which is very admirable when you think about the message and the person she was trying to be for other people in her community and how young she is and how it's hard to put across what you want to on a show like this.
Yeah.
And I think she really was successful in that way.
And I think the show almost didn't want her to last as long as she did.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were like, we'll have her on for a couple of episodes.
An Isabella type person.
Kind of, where they're like, we'll get to tell the story. We'll get to pat ourselves on the back because
we'll do Queen for a Day makeover.
Mm-hmm. But I think Talia was like, no, I'm going to really try. Mm-hmm. And turns out I'm pretty decent at this and have a great face for beauty and I'm a decent poser.
And if you think we're pretty decent at this, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea.
And we just hit, what is it? Over 200 reviews on iTunes. Thank you so much.
And that's what you can do. Leave that review. We read them.
Yeah.
We read them.
We read them.
You can also reach out to us at podleadum.com for our P.O. Box. Which, if that's something you want to do, it will be changing. So,
yeah,
either send it now or don't send, or wait.
Or in 5 months.
Yeah.
Or never.
You can also, of course,
imagine if
sponsor
there's
us.
just Smize cream waiting for us in that P.O. box.
Just Smize milk?
Yeah, right. By now.
You can also, of course, support us at anchor.fm/podleadum. You can find me anywhere at YetCharming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
I'm on Twitter at JWCrump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum so that we can see all your Talia conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah. A lot of you have been doing some Talia conspiracy theories. Luckily, very pro-Talia.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Which we love.
For PodLeadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you, and I'll see you and you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.